This is a revision video about naming ionic compounds. So we know that ionic compounds are bonding between a metal and a non-metal. Our metals are found on the left-hand side of the periodic table and in the middle, and our non-metals are found on the right-hand side of the periodic table, as seen in yellow on this diagram. The naming convention for ionic compounds is that we keep the name of the metal, and then for the non-metal, we change the name and we will call it "ide." The metal will always come first, and the non-metal will always come second. You could also think of it as the cation, so the one with a positive charge, which will typically be the metal, will come first, and then the non-metal with a negative charge will change to "ide" and it will come second. So let's look at the example of K plus and Cl minus. So K plus is potassium, it has a positive charge and it is a metal. So it will come first and we will not change the name, it will stay as potassium. Chlorine, on the other hand, is on the right hand side of the periodic table. We can see it in yellow, the Cl. That we're going to have to change the name because it is an anion. And so we will add I to the end, so it will become chloride. The overall name of our compound, KCl, is therefore potassium chloride. Let's look at another example. So we have magnesium and two fluorines here. The number of cations or anions does not affect the naming. So first we will take the metal, which in this case is magnesium, because we can see Mg is on the left-hand side of the periodic table, and it will keep its name, so it's just magnesium. And then to account for the F's, we will change the name of fluorine because it's a non-metal, and we will call it fluoride. Our overall name of the compound is magnesium fluoride. Let's look at the case of magnesium oxide. Magnesium is a metal, as we established last time, because it's on the left-hand side of the periodic table, and oxygen is a non-metal. So magnesium will keep its name, magnesium, and oxygen will change its name to ide, oxide. Our overall name of the compound MgO is magnesium oxide. Now, there are some polyatomic ions. This just basically means that the whole ion is made up of more than one atom. A very common one is hydroxide. So here we have an oxygen and a hydrogen with a negative charge. This acts as an anion and we call it hydroxide. So for example, if we had NaOH, we would call this sodium hydroxide. The metal, sodium, will still keep its name. Hydroxide, however, you just have to memorize. You just have to memorize all of these polyatomic ions. This goes for carbonate, which is CO3 2-. You also have to memorize the charge. They're not always going to be 2 or 1. They may change, as you can see here. We have sulfate, SO4 2-, nitrates, NO3-, and hydrogen carbonate, HCO3-. All of these ones here that I've mentioned are anions because they have a negative charge. Therefore, they will always come second in our naming. They will act like the non-metal. However, we can see here that ammonium has a positive charge, NH4+. Therefore, this will take the place of the metal and it will come first. We can see that in the example of ammonium chloride, NH4Cl. The NH4 is acting like a metal.